Hi, I'm Sarah. I go by Seho on the internet. I just want to talk a little bit about the year 2020 and how it was the worst year of everyone's life, except for mine. I know that's a ridiculous thing to say. There was a lot of suffering in 2020, but I live in a very small community in a very rural area and state. And all of that pandy stuff didn't really hit us to the extent that most of the rest of the world even had to deal with. I work for a company that's corporate office is based out of California, and so we were sent home for a little over a year to work from home because the corporate office was following their local rules, lockdowns, etc., and we had to comply, which was great for me. So to back up a little bit and give a little color to that, I am very introverted. I have always worked an extroverted required position in my life because I'm good at it, I guess. I can be very personable, but I hate it. It makes me want to claw my eyes out. And I always wanted to have a position where I worked from home. And I have struggled through that, and I have tried for years, and I would say probably since 2008, when I really became aware of the fact that that is something that can be done using the internet. My sister and her husband at the time and I we signed up to be one of those mall gypsy people that want you to take family portraits, and we traveled all over, and our first stop, we were able to stay with his family and his cousin's wife, did all this work at home mom jobs, and she was pretty successful, and ever since that point I have tried devastatingly unsuccessfully to work from home. So when they told us on March 23rd of 2020 that we had to go home and work, I was elated. I have a great setup at my house. I'm very fortunate that my job requires about 98% of everything to be done through an internet program that I can just log into from my home computer. I took a few pieces of equipment and materials home with me, and I would make midnight runs into the office to switch stuff out, and it was great. There was a lot of downtime in my job, and I was able to fill all that downtime with everything I ever wanted. It was the best year of my life. We came back the day after Easter, so I think that was April 5th or 6th of 2021. So it was like a year and 2 weeks that we worked from home, and it was the day before Good Friday. So it was Thursday, and then we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I was back in the office. And that was devastating to me. I wasn't prepared for it. I'm still adjusting. And there's a lot that I want to deal with that. That being said, the reason it was really the best year of my life was not only did I get to work from home, I could do all of my work on the phone, and I didn't have to actually see anybody face to face. The point of me starting this channel is to strive to do better every day. Because I read something last night while I was mindlessly scrolling Instagram that said something like, every person you know will rush to find a phone charger if their battery is about to die, but how many people do you know will rush to find a solution so their dream doesn't die? And that is something that has really been burning in my mind ever since we came back to work. Last summer, especially the summer, but the whole year was the best summer of my life. And this summer is turning out to just be really heartbreaking for me because I'm having trouble adjusting. Not because there's bad things happening to me, I'm just having trouble adjusting. And I promised myself that next summer, I will not be in this position, in this situation anymore. In that period of time, I quit drinking coffee. I quit smoking cigarettes. I was vegetarian, which is something I really gravitate towards, but it's hard for me. Explored every option of a hobby I had, but I also live about 15 minutes outside of town. So to cut that trip out of my day saved us a lot of money. I was able to clean my house every single day, which might be neurotic, but I thrive off of that. Everything was clean and fresh and organized. My boyfriend was having his lunches packed for him at 4 in the morning so that he could take his lunch with him when he walked out the door. I was ready when he got home. I was able to work with my dogs and do a lot of training with my younger dog who really needs the attention, and my mental health. I wasn't depressed at all. My allergies were gone. I think I'm allergic to something in this building. We are actually in my office right now as we speak. I went to the gym 4 times a week with my brother, and I was starting to power lift. I was getting my weight under control, and every single one of those things is gone now, except for I'm still quit smoking. I quit smoking January 25th, 2020, which was technically before all this pandy stuff. That's the one thing that I've been able to take with me, is that I'm not doing that. And I'm gonna give myself some kudos there, because I took a second job at a bar and restaurant, and if you know, you know, I cannot believe that I'm still not smoking cigarettes. Wait, that's very rambly. I just wanna say, I live in a really beautiful spot. I don't own it, I rent it. I would like to own it, but I grew vegetables. I mean, only a couple of things produced vegetables for me to eat. That's another story to do with pests and heat and neglect, me not knowing better. But I was able to have that experiment. I'm growing some stuff this year. Eventually I will get into that kind of thing. I just want this channel to be about me striving to do better and the things that I'm interested in and how I'm growing in that. Because I am 36 years old, almost 37 years old, and I've accomplished nothing that I've set out to accomplish. And I mean nothing in my entire life, nothing. And I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm at a point now where I need to make some decisions and get serious about these things. And I'm trying not to be so heavy emotionally, because I'm pretty lighthearted and I think I'm pretty funny. I just wanna document that. I guess I don't really wanna call it a journey, because I think that's dumb internet speak, but it is a journey. So I guess we're calling it a journey, but I'm trying to do better all the time. I will break down the things that I struggle with and how I'm going to try to work on that, and we'll just keep going from there. The biggest thing I have right now is something I learned in college that my favorite teacher in college would always just say: get up, dress up, show up. The whole point was, get your butt out of bed. If you're not feeling it, dress nice and show up. It doesn't matter. Don't give in to the desire to stay under the covers. Show up and do the thing. Something I really enjoyed during my time working from home was not having to get up to an alarm, and I did really well getting up far earlier than I needed to. I hate getting up to an alarm, and Amy Landino says you have to live your life on your terms. You have to have your morning happen to you on your terms. I am not capable right now of getting out of bed at 5 a.m. and hitting the ground running and doing my morning routine and da-da-da-da-da. What I'm capable of is I need to be at work at 9 a.m. and I usually get out of bed at 8:45 to 8:50. And if you remember, I told you that I live about 15 minutes outside of town. So I'm not 23 anymore. I'm not doing my makeup on my drive to work. Get out of bed, let my dogs out, get dressed, do my hair, which is something I'm learning to do because I have very long hair and I've been too lazy. That's the thing, is I've been too lazy my whole life to learn how to do hair. So I'm just like the king of messy buns, or the queen of messy buns. When I need to learn, I've got this cool hairdo. So I need to learn how to do some biking braids and some other great stuff, so that I can look badass the way I want to feel on the inside, on the outside. But I just roll out of bed, get ready, let my dogs out, put them back in, and hit the road, and I'm usually at least 30 minutes late to work every day. In a way, it doesn't matter because I'm the only person here and the phone never rings till about 1 o'clock, but that's not the point. The point is we're trying to do better, so we need to get me to the point where I am here at 9 a.m. Or actually, Here's an adage I learned in high school: if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. So I probably need to be here at 8:45. And that's really rambly, so I'm gonna just stop it here and I'll edit this video and get it out. I think most of this stuff is going to be vlog style, but we'll see what happens. And just stick with me on the ride, and maybe you can be better with me too.